FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? This your boy Thal, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Thursday. Hope everybody feeling real good. Good love around, good energy around. We got some good content to check out today. Still a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world. Planes still going down, still crashing. Places are flooding right now as we speak. They are not talking about it. It's crazy. Just a lot going on, man. Salute to everybody out there. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Bang Boogie, what's good, fam? My Memphis fam in the building. Happy belated B-Day too, fam. I know your B-Day just passed by. Shoes was good. We're gonna wait for a few people to fall in, then we'll get started. Christy. What's good, Christy? How you doing? How you feeling? Michael, what up? Wait for a few people to fall in. Give it another minute, then we'll get started, man. Get to this content. It's crazy out here, man. I started watching a new show too, man. If y'all want a good show to watch, man, it's called Fallout. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like some sci-fi futuristic shit. Like how the world would be like after a nuke. People living in bunkers and shit like that. It's kind of crazy. It's called Fallout. I gotta check it out. Will, what up? Salute to William Robinson in the building. Salute to Seattle, man. Appreciate you tapping in too, fam. Yeah, the floods crazy. They ain't even talking about the floods. Darla, what's good? They ain't saying nothing about the floods. You said the whole valley flooded? That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Are they sending help out there? Do they got like, is FEMA out there? Shit. FEMA's supposed to be out there helping out around this time. They supposed to been sent some help. National Guard. Okay. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We'll go ahead and get it started, man. We got a few people in here. Kip, what up, fam? Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get this content rolling. I'm sure people will get to falling in once we start. Y'all already know how it go.
2 levees broke in the last 36 hours in the Seattle area. Like, this is catastrophic flooding. We should see so much more about this on the news. It's only on TikTok, like a little on the Times, but this is a catastrophe. This is an emergency.
That's crazy.
my man's at the barber shop getting a haircut and a bath.
That's crazy. Man, you gotta send love all out that way because just imagine your house being flooded, and then some of these places they don't even like insurance don't even be covering flooding and stuff like that. They don't even be having that need in their policies and everything. So I don't know. Some of these people might be losing everything, man. I just couldn't imagine, but definitely got to send some love that way. That's crazy. Man, Bang Boogie, I was just gonna say that. It looked like a hurricane hit over there, didn't it? That's crazy work. I ain't even know they got all that type of that. Like, when did this rain happen? Like, they didn't even say nothing about this. I didn't hear nothing about it until yesterday or something. All these floods and everything. I'm like, man, this crazy. And that ain't no small area. That's like, man, that's a large area that got flooded. If you look at it.
Authorities say a major terror plot planned for New Year's Eve in Los Angeles was just stopped right in time. Federal investigators arrested multiple suspects accused of planning coordinated attacks using explosive devices in crowded areas across Southern California. According to officials, this is a far left group that had already tested bomb materials, discussed targets, and was actively preparing for what could have been a mass casualty terror attack. The FBI says this was not hypothetical and it was already in motion. So all the suspects you see right here facing serious charges related to terrorism and explosives, and they believe that there is one more person they're looking into as a possible culprit that is part of this terrorist group. So guys, stay safe out here because things like this seem to be popping up more and more. And I mean, can we even go anywhere anymore without it feeling like we might end up in a body bag?
Just imagine this, though. If they can prevent attacks like this and tap into people and do surveillance to stop shit like this, they can stop a lot of stuff. That lets you know that they be deliberately letting some shit happen because they want it to happen and everything. Because for them to be able to use the intelligence and technology to tap in and catch these people planning a New Year's attack before it happened and everything, you know they can do that with a lot of other situations and everything, man. It's crazy out here.
Crazy.
All right. So I took the other sample in, and
Gee, salute.
I've been collecting more of this particles in the fog or whatever the substance is, and I put it in here. So, and I got a shiny light. So now you're getting kind of a look straight.
He said this. He collected this from the fog, y'all. That fog that's going on in California and down in Texas and everything. He collected the fog, and this is substance that was generated from it. That looked kind of crazy. That looked like they deliberately putting that shit up there in the sky or something. That looked like some type of some chemicals that was put together, broke down. That's crazy. And he was good.
At the stuff. It's definitely like an oily texture, and it is on top. And I do have like a magnifying glass, but I don't think that it's going to work.
That's crazy.
See them bubbles on top of that moisture? The moisture collects in there, and
that's coming from the fog, y'all. Now, that shit right there, that's crazy. I don't know how he collected it, but he said he collected that. I don't know. Maybe he took some type of canister and took the fog and closed it in and just let it sit in there for a while, and maybe it broke down to that. That's the only way I can imagine him collecting that, a fog sample. I don't know. That's kind of crazy though, but like that definitely looked like some oil, some chemical oil type shit that was put together.
So do the particles, and you see like this stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's like oil. People have been saying like glycerin or glycerine or something. I'm not sure, but I know that this might be why everybody's getting sick. So, crazy fall of 2025.
You thought one giant sinkhole tearing Indonesia apart was bad? Tell me why they just found 700 sinkholes opening up in Turkey. And y'all, these things are not small either. They're talking about 150 feet deep and 150 feet wide. These things can swallow up buildings. Look at that. Don't that look like an eye? What the? Look at this, y'all. These things are giant.
This is one of 700 sinkholes that have opened up across Turkey. As you can see, they're not small ones. These are gigantic. Here's another one that opened up right in the middle of a farmer's field. You can see how large this is. So here's a video of the vastness of some of these sinkholes that was put out by the London Daily Mail. And they look like meteor craters. They're so big. These are drones that are flying inside of the sinkholes throughout Turkey. Like I said, there are 700 of these. And apparently in the book of Numbers, they talk about sinkholes opening up like this sometime. And apparently this is happening all throughout Turkey very rapidly. I didn't really realize it was quite so.
And here's the crazy thing. I read up on Turkey, and apparently they have a whole bunch of underground cities there, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But do you guys believe this has anything to do with this? Because whenever we hear about this, y'all, we never hear the ending to this, right? We'll see this, so many people will videotape this, but we never hear anything related to this. Like, why? What is this? What is this, y'all? And then there's actual books that speak about this. When we see this, you know, this is like a bad omen, you know, but in a good way, right? The endings, beginnings. But yeah, y'all, giant sinkholes open up in Turkey. Not one of them, but 700, y'all. But yeah, something is definitely happening under there, y'all. The bunkers, y'all, remember? Let me know down in the comments, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
That's definitely crazy. 700 sinkholes over in Turkey. And one area over in Turkey, just 700 sinkholes. That's a lot of sinkholes. There's something going on to be causing that. I'd be frightened come across some of those sinkholes. Those sinkholes be scary. It's some over here in America too, over here in the States. We didn't see videos on them. You be driving down the street, be a big ass hole in the middle of the street, and you can look in it, and it's deep. It's deep down there. No diddy.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad would take me to see the Brooklyn Dodgers play. He would point to a young Sandy Koufax and say, "That kid's gonna be a star someday." And then he would point to Jagger Robinson and say some other things I'm not gonna repeat right now. We did a lot for the black community. Under my leadership, we had black Little Mermaids. Under Trump, they can't even swim. Now they're broke and unemployed. When I was president, they had who's its and what's its galore. They had thingamabobs in the United States of America. I love Kama. I love Kama. It's my sister from another mister. I love her. Nothing I can say. I got. Kamala's black. Kamala's black in the same way Armenian people are white. Like, technically she's black, but you know she's got a live, love, laugh thing on her wall. Kamala's the kind of black where her favorite rapper is the guy from Hootie and the Blowfish in the United States of America. Raise your hand if you ever had hand sex in public.
No.
One time my wife Jill gave me a rim job while we were watching Cars 2. It was the best night of my life. Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Caroline Levitt. Boy, Donald Trump gives work to so many retards, I thought I was watching Kill Tony for a minute.
No.
I like Kama from the moment I met her, mainly because I thought she was Aunt Viv from The Fresh Prince. The second Viv, the better one.
Oh my God, man.
You guys see that gay porn with Trump and Mandani? Mandami. Man damn it. Mandani looks like a charmer. Yeah, snake charmer. He looks like a genie that comes out when you rub a bottle of Jacquard Noir. Caroline Levitt wears a crucifix because she's also been nailed by 12 guys in one day.
Oh my God.
Fuck you. She looks like she'll only swallow if the cum is pumpkin spice.
No.
I'm surprised she has time to answer questions every day and still train for the Kentucky Derby. AOC is a millennial Latina, which means before she eats ass, she sprinkles some tahini around the rim.
Oh my God, man. This shit gotta stop, man. They out cold, man. He be doing Sleepy Joe, then Godfrey be doing Trizzy, man. They so funny, man. I know Sleepy Joe and Trizzy be seeing this. They gotta be laughing too. This shit is hilarious, man. Let's keep it going, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping, man. Let's keep it going.
People don't just walk away from a position of power unless it's something very, very wrong. So listen to this. Dan Bongino is leaving the FBI in January, and they want everybody just to think this is just business as usual. Really, bruh? Come on now. You don't get this close to the system and understand and know what's going on behind them closed doors and just decide one day, yeah, I'm done. So I gotta ask the question, what made this man leave? What really made this man want to step away? Was it pressure? Was it a disagreement about something they didn't want to go public? Was it that he realized he can't fix a system that don't want to be fixed? Or did he see something that made him be like, nah, I'm not with this shit? Y'all gotta understand, when you stop playing along with stuff, you become the problem. When everybody else is in and you're not, you're the problem. And when you are the problem, the system gives you two options: to either opt in or opt out. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. And do y'all think this man's just stepping away because he's done with it, or y'all think it's something deeper?
His hands tied. He probably seen some shit, like he said. It's probably too way over his head. He like, man, I done stepped in some shit that I can't get off the bottom of my shoes, man. I gotta get out of here. And he like, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? He probably a good person, you know what I'm saying? After seeing so much bullshit and you can't do nothing, hands tied and everything, you probably like, man, hell no. Let me just walk away. Try to keep some type of peace to myself, you know what I'm saying? Cause ain't nobody finna be walking away from no positions like that. Leaving early and everything. He right. Ain't nobody walking away from like no power like that.
All you gotta do is go look at his little fellow partner, Cash Patel. His face has been telling a lot without saying nothing.
The data center developer is looking for about 2,000 acres outside of Maysville, including this land. The grocer's property is just over that ridge, about 250 acres, but as you can see, there's plenty out here from which to choose. But before the company can choose Mason County for its project, it needs landowners to sell the land.
It's been happening in a lot of places. They said a lot of these areas, they've been getting approached. They've been trying to put these AI data centers in a lot of these areas and a lot of different places all across the nation. And some people ain't going for it because they said the data centers be like making energy bills go up around the area. They take up a lot of water. It's just a lot of pollution into the air. Just a lot going on with them. So, but they've been putting them up all over. So, you know, sometimes people can't turn that money down. My man right here, he turned down $8 million, but everybody ain't gonna turn that paper down. You feel me? Angela Dow, the boss lady, is in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Solo, what up? Appreciate all y'all, man. Hit that like button.
The market value for farmland here is about $7,500 an acre, which would make the grocer's land worth about $2 million. The company's first offer was twice that, $4 million. Then the offer doubled again, more than $8 million. Finally, the company asked Dr. Grocer to name his price. So why don't you say $30 million, $50 million?
That money can't buy happiness.
It can buy a lot, though.
Well, it can't buy that.
Hey, he a real one. Because they told him to name his price. He still ain't budging. So he's standing on business, man. You know how hard it is for some of them people to walk away from money like that? Where you can be like, yeah, man, just shoot me 20. Shoot me a dub. Shoot me 30 M's. Y'all can have this motherfucker. A lot of people ain't doing that. But he got some good morals, man. That's probably a good guy.
Elon being in Memphis, the richest family in the world had a family member in my high school to research us, bro. She told me this before. Whoa. You hear me? Like, this biblical grounds, bro. Like, everything really happened here. What are they there for? Them folk worth trillions. And when somebody used to die, we used to say we lost a pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been spiritual like that. And the pharaoh white on the outside, black on the inside. The school is built inside of a mound, bro. Wow. The biggest mound. Look at this. I'm walking up. This is me walking up. It's built inside of the mound. So, man, and then look at the pharaohs on the inside of the school in the walkthrough. Look, with the three pyramids. And this the science teacher, bro. She's a Rothschild. What is she doing in the hood? You know what she told me? She don't need no money. Her family rich. She there for research. Miss Rothschild was the science teacher chairman for Raleigh Egypt High School. The only high school she was at. University of Memphis, doctor for biology and microbiology. She studied DNA.
Man, you got that last name, you automatically born into wealth. She said she was there for research. She didn't need the money, and I believe her. For real. That's crazy work right there. Hey, Bang Boogie, you say you went to that high school? That's your old school? That school look like it. Kind of crazy. Built into a mound. It's crazy work, man.
Super humans. Like, what's really going on? These people are like some mad scientists. They're not just some people with money. Like, they got like real operations and things going on, like an agenda. And we just think they just got money and they're trying to control. No, they're trying to do something different. They're trying to create X-Men.
There's a reason why when we die, they don't put the bodies inside the ground. They put them inside the box because it's an encrypted energy.
When you trap that energy, that creates stagnation to where the information is not able to go right back into the mycelial network of nature and work through humans to where we can learn from the mistakes from the humans that actually died. There's a reason why when you get into ancient Kemetic spirituality, the pharaohs, they used to extract the brain out the nose with a bamboo stick because they know that the brain is what keeps you connected to the simulation, which is a form of reincarnation when you study the holonomic brain theory. The brain is a physical vessel, and the physical vessel in itself is another way to keep you stuck on this planet. So this is why they did horizontal gene transfer. They transmute the consciousness and they take it and put it inside a different vessel. This is why Thoth was able to live about thousands of years, Enoch living for 800 years. While all these historical figures inside the Bible and Holy Quran and all this stuff, they was able to live that long because they was doing horizontal gene transfer.
So they was transferring their consciousness into other people's bodies?
Yeah, it's a Trinity principle. Anything that operates on the Trinity principle operates from supreme consciousness because it has to operate from the dualistic energies from the microcosm and the macrocosm. In between is the prana, which is the life force, and the life force in itself holds up the composition of the body, the consciousness, the prana, the life force.
That type of technology been around then.
That's metaphysical spiritual technology that humans are not able to tap into because we're so subjugated by the external stimulations of it.
Hours. That's crazy work. What y'all think about that? D-Void, what's good? August. He said they would transfer their consciousness into a whole nother person. And that's how they was living for a long time and everything. It's crazy because it's a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows and everything that's been coming out lately that's been showing that. Showing like the transferring of consciousness and all that type of stuff. I believe like that's what Elon like really on type shit. Trying to be able to transfer the consciousness into a whole nother vessel and live longer, I guess. That's kind of crazy. I believe it is possible. He said, like, they got the technology. I believe it. They definitely got it. They just ain't go open it up to us, though, and let us know what's really going on. But you better believe some of these rich families and rich folks and everything, they probably didn't transfer their consciousness to some different vessels and kept their legacy going. I don't know.
Something big is happening, and you need to hear this. Dr. Stephen Greer just launched a brand new podcast today on January 15th, and trust me, the timing is no coincidence. He revealed that within the next 72 hours or so, we're about to see a massive wave of UFO and UAP disclosures. Think about it. Why the urgency? Why now? What's about to drop in the next 3 days that could change the way we see the world? If you're as curious as I am, or even just as skeptical, this is our moment to tune in. Let's stay informed, let's be prepared, and let's figure this out together. Here's just a taste of what he said on his podcast. Check it out.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Stephen Greer, and this is the first episode of our podcast, the Dr. Stephen Greer podcast. And the reason we're starting this podcast now, rather emergently here today, is because we have a group of people who are in the process in the next 72 hours or so who will be coming forward with a great deal of information and evidence related to the UFO and NHI or extraterrestrial issue. And I think the public is going to need to have a source of perspective and context and analysis to go to.
So hit the pause.
How many times we go hear this shit? UFO disclosures and everything. You know how many times they just said, "Oh yeah, they're supposed to be coming on and telling us about the man." They keep on talking about this shit, man. It ain't happened yet. I don't believe it's finna happen now. They don't really be coming out telling us nothing about them UFOs and everything, man. I'm so tired of hearing people talking about the UFO disclosure. Then what they gonna do? Come out and say some of the same shit that they already been telling us? The same stuff? They ain't gonna come out with no HD footage. They ain't finna come out with no proof. I'm like, yeah, here y'all go, right here. We've been hiding this. Hell no, they ain't finna do that.
On everything else, go check out Greer's new podcast, January 15th, and buckle up, because I think the next 72 hours...
The one boy... Now listen to this. I have to tell you this, okay? So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Nickel, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there, and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them, and they all ask these super sexually exploiting, you know, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them, and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, and I looked over at my mom, and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened, you know, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of. We rode 4-wheelers, 5 hours, me, him.
It's crazy how they put that on Mike Jack. I don't like, you know, I made jokes about it too. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I realized that probably was a whole play. Cause Mike was getting powerful. He was trying to buy shit, take over shit. They was trying to get his masters, take everything. It's crazy how they put that narrative out there, him like messing with the kids and all that shit at the crib and everything. And it stuck with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it got to me. I was like, man, Mike, you know, Mike was, you know, soft and nice and everything. So it fit they narrative that they was putting out there and everything. But to see him come out and tell this and be like, man, nah, like basically like it sounded like some 3-letter agency type shit, setup type shit. And then he lost his life after speaking on this. It's kind of crazy, man.
I'm Chris Tucker in the mountains at nighttime after this birthday party. Him and I hung out and talked pretty much all night.
It's crazy work. And then Mike beat the case. He beat all the charges, all the allegations and everything, man. And people was going back and retracting what they said. Like, yeah, like they parents was making them say stuff and everything. It was all a money play, man. That shit crazy.
Rats crawling all over the produce section, contaminating the fresh vegetables you are about to buy to feed your family. That is the reality at one local grocery store. This video was taken at the Walmart in Humble on North Beltway 8 and Wilson Road. You can see rats scurrying over the produce in full view of customers. The Walmart said immediately that they remove any potentially affected products from the store, and they have deployed additional preventative measures on site with their vendors.
Y'all want to know why everybody is getting sick now, especially with the food? If you're a snacker and you love to eat snacks, you're gonna watch this, y'all. This is beyond disturbing.
How they really make the snacks you eat every day? Once you learn about this process, you might never buy them again. First, illegal factories secretly collect expired products from supermarkets that should have been trashed. Then they open packages, dump expired snacks into huge grinders, and pulverize even rotten, moldy items.
Cash love.
Next, they add flavors, preservatives, and dyes to mask the foul smell and look of spoiled food.
What?
Using molds, they shape the mixture to look like new snacks. They print fake production dates on packages and seal them to appear fresh. These snacks then end up in markets and stores. Customers, seeing low prices and bright colors, buy them unaware they're eating garbage.
Man, that's crazy work. That's crazy. As you get older, though, you get away from all that snacking and all that bullshit and everything. Because I used to be a snacker. I used to eat cakes and all that candy from the store and everything. But it's crazy because now I don't be messing with no snacks and nothing like that unless I make a pound cake or make some at home or something. But Like back in the day, though, I used to tear the stores up, snacking. And now I think about it, like, man, I was eating a whole bunch of bullshit. Some of the shit was tasting good, but I know that shit wasn't good for me. You look on the back of there, it got motherfucking 75 ingredients on it. 75 ingredients, 50 of them I can't even pronounce. Hydroxylglucoside. Like, what the fuck is this? But still was eating it. That shit crazy.
Oh! I'm printing a Jamie Oliver steak design. He took it this morning. I was only on Google Samsung, so I know you didn't have this for lunch.
Shut up! What the hell was that, guys? It looked like he was printing dinner, if I'm not mistaken. There was steak there, vegetables, and a baked potato. That's what I seen. I don't know if that's what it was. But he told her that he hopes she's hungry. Ain't nobody hungry for no 3D dinner. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purposes. I don't know what the hell was going on in that movie or that show or whatever that was, guys, because that's not real. Shut up! All those steaks that keep coming out over and over and over again, right? They never run out. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, right, guys? You know what time it is. Shut up! Check your steak. Check your steak, and I guarantee you it's real. It came from a cow, okay? These movies, these videos, these shows keep telling you things that's not real because steak, when you go to the grocery store and you buy it, it costs a lot of money, and that means that it's real. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, right, guys? You know what time it is. Shut up! But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to one of my friends' house and he says, yo, you want something to eat? And I see them making my food in a 3D printer. You done messed up, homie.
Hey, the funny thing is, you'll be surprised probably how many of these foods, like in these restaurants and different places, are 3D printed. You'll be surprised, man. Everything bioengineered. It's crazy as hell, man. Like, they really 3D print steaks, chicken, fish, everything, man. They got us, man. This shit is like a fucking, this is the Matrix. This shit is like a movie, man, how they got us by the chokehold. For real. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping.
Are you Granny?
A woman believes her 5-month-old son, Walker, is the reincarnation of her own mother. She has several reasons to think this. Her mother passed away over 7 years ago, and Walker was born on the exact same day and month she died. But it doesn't stop there. The baby shows an unusual fascination with photos of his grandmother, smiling and reaching out as if he recognizes her, even though he never met her. Curious, the mother tried a small experiment. She asked Walker to nod if he was the reincarnation of his grandmother, and he reacted while shaking his head when asked about other relatives, almost as if he understood. Could this be reincarnation or just an incredible coincidence?
Just when you think this is something.
Y'all think reincarnation be happening? People be coming back as a whole different person? Y'all think that would be happening? I believe it because I done seen too many stories of like that show, you know, a little bit of proof of it happening. Like, I know y'all seen the story about that little boy that came back, was back, and he was like saying something about how the neighbor like killed him, unalived him a long time ago. He's like, yeah, and the body's in the backyard or whatever. And then they end up going over there and searching, and it was a body, and they end up arresting my man and everything. Like, how did that little kid know that? You feel me? So that's kind of crazy, man. GLC, what up? Median Priscilla, what up?
And then you look up and you see this. What the hell, y'all? It's almost a full ring rainbow. It's almost a full ring rainbow, y'all. Look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. They're trying to darken up the sky so people don't see what's going on either. Look at that. Can y'all see? It's kind of hard to see it though. And nowhere. Yeah, I see it. That's crazy. And these people don't even care.
These people don't even care. The time is here. Look at this beat in front of my phone, man. Hold on. That's crazy. The shift is here, baby. Look at this beat in front of my phone. That's it crazy. This dude is dancing around my phone.
Yeah, that's crazy. It kind of support the whole firmament thing when you look up there and you see that like that. That's crazy.
Look at that, baby. Yeah.
Does the CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras? Yes. I hate to say it. There was a dramatic leak in 2017 that the CIA came to call the Vault 7 disclosures. Gigabytes worth of documents leaked by a CIA technology engineer. What he told us was that the CIA can intercept anything from anyone, number one. Number two, they can remotely take control of your car through the car's embedded computer. What? To do what? To make you drive off a bridge, into a tree, to make you kill yourself and make it look.
I had to stop it right there. When he just said that, y'all know the first thing that came to my head. What's that lady name that was messing with Ellen DeGeneres? Remember, she was in that car and she was going super fast and ran into a house, and then they said she was unalived, and they had her on a stretcher, and she busted up out the body bag on the stretcher and was like, and she was still alive, and they tried to hurry up and put her on to the ambulance. What was it? Yeah, that was her last name, Heche. Yeah. I think her first name was Annie too. I think her first name was Ann too. Ann Heche or something like that, man. But that's the first thing I just thought about when he just said that, y'all. Because the way that car was going, like, it seemed like something was stuck. Like, I don't know, man.
Like an accident. They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off. God knows what else that they can do that hasn't been leaked.
I mean, we do get into some existential questions here. In a benign scenario, probably none of us will have a job. There will be, but in that benign scenario, there will be universal high income. Not universal basic income, universal high income. There will be no shortage of goods or services. And I think the benign scenario is the most likely scenario, probably, 80% likely to ask, in my opinion. The question will not be one of lacking goods or services. Everyone will have access to as much in the way of goods and services as they would like. The question will really be one of meaning, of how if the computer can do and the robots can do everything better than you, then what does your life have meaning? That's really what will be the question in the benign scenario. And in the negative scenario, well, that's rough. We're in deep trouble. So I do think there's perhaps still a role for humans in that we may give AI meaning. But I do think that long term, in a benign scenario, any job that somebody does will be optional. If you want to do a job as kind of like a hobby, you can do a job. But otherwise, the AI and the robots will provide any goods and services that you want.
Damn. So the motherfucking man, hey, y'all know Elon knows something, man. Y'all know he knows something, man. And it's crazy because that's the way it look like it's going, the direction that it's going in, man. All this AI and all this shit. The robots and the AI is taking over. It's happening right before our eyes. So this ain't like far-fetched, but he talking about universal high income. Man, yeah, right. universal high income. It'd be universal low income. I doubt if they gonna give a universal high income to everybody. Like, I just can't see it. Motherfuckers too greedy. Like, the world ain't never been that generous. Like, what?
So, proceed.
This humanoid robot works a 10-hour shift 7 days a week. It's the first humanoid robot to work an actual job. It works inside the BMW factory building the new X3 car. And it's amazing. It's been working here for the last 6 months. And they've been testing it to see if they can expand it out to further factories and have this work full-time on an ongoing basis. And it looks like that's the plan. Now, other car manufacturers have showed a lot of interest. They're not saying which ones, but they're showing that this robot's quite good at learning. So as it learns something new, it doesn't auto-update, and every single one learns that one thing. And that's not just within this factory, that's worldwide. You could have one of these robots on one side of the world and another on the other side of the world, and if one of them learns something, the other one will instantly learn that. That's progress that will never end. They always update, they always learn, and they don't lose any of what they've learned. This is amazing.
They working them motherfucking robots to death. Hey, D-Void, man, that robot got a one-time fee. They pay that 15, 20,000, whatever it costs for that robot that one time. And then that motherfucker on the line working 7 days, 50 hours. 50 hours a day. It ain't even, it's only 24 hours in a day. They working the whole 24, man. Ain't no 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now they doing way more than 10 hours. A robot, man, they got that robot. It might do about 22 hours. Take like 2 hours off to charge him up and make sure he oiled and all that type of shit. But man, definitely ain't doing no 10 hours, 7 days per week. They overworking them motherfuckers. The robots ain't gonna never get no break. They get one break to charge up and get oil. Put some oil on that motherfucker, charge up, make sure all the chips working, put him back on the line.
And people should be so worried about it. And it's not coming in 10 years or 15 years. It's right now.
You know, sometimes in AI they talk about universal basic income. I think it's actually going to be universal high income.
Hey, my bad for stopping it, y'all. My bad, but I just thought about something too, because I just seen Shoes say, "Wait till the robots rebels." That's gonna be the problem. The robots and the AI and the robots, whatever everything is, they gonna be so smart. They gonna understand it. They gonna be like, "Man, y'all, motherfucker, we know we robots, but god damn, you done worked us the whole week." Like, and then they might be smart enough to be like, "Oh yeah," and they might get to going crazy. That shit'll be wild, man.
Where anyone can have any goods or services that they want. Now, there obviously are some risks, you know, which illustrate perhaps if we don't do this right, you know, you could have like a James Cameron sort of movie, you know, Terminator. We don't want that one. But
it's crazy because he's smiling, he's smirking and everything. Like, we don't do this right, we can have like a Terminator scenario with a little smirk on his face and everything, like an evil motherfucking villain. He know that shit crazy.
But having sort of a Star Trek future would be great, where we're out there exploring the stars, discovering the nature of the universe, and a level of prosperity and hopefully happiness that we can't quite imagine yet. So I'm very excited about the future.
Sometimes I feel like I'm an anomaly in the Matrix.
That is Neo.
Yeah.
Do you believe you're in a Matrix though? Like actually believe?
I think you have to just think of these things as probabilities, not certainties.
Mm-hmm.
There's some probability that we're in a simulation.
What percentage would you attribute to that?
Probably pretty high. I would say it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one way to think of this is to say, if you look at the advancement of video games, in our lifetime, or at least in my lifetime, it's gone from very simple video games where you've got, like Pong, you've got two rectangles and a square, just batting it back and forth, to photorealistic, real-time games with millions of people playing simultaneously. And that's happened just in the span of 50 years. So if that trend continues, video games will be indistinguishable from reality.
Right.
And we're also going to have very intelligent characters, like non-player characters in these video games.
This shit crazy because the video games are already down there at that point. Them motherfuckers look so realistic, and then they got like the realistic, like the GTAs. Like when these people got their own cities, you can go to these different cities and like they basically live in a whole nother virtual life. You a person in there, like people going to jail, people making money and hustling on the motherfucking game, and man, everything, man. Like I was watching this dude play GTA the other day, man. They on there, they having sex. They motherfucking, like, it's crazy. They making music on there. They got stores, they selling, they hustling, man, this shit's so crazy. I was like, man, I can't believe this.
Think of how sophisticated the conversations are you can have with an AI today, and that's only going to get more sophisticated. You'll be able to have conversations that are more complex and more sophisticated than almost any human conversation. Maybe any. So then the future, if civilization continues, will be millions, maybe billions of photorealistic, like indistinguishable from reality video games, and with characters in those video games that are very deep, and where the dialogue is not pre-programmed. That's for sure what's going to happen in this level of the simulation, if you could call it. So then what are the odds that we're in base reality, and that this has not happened before?
Across America, the AI gold rush is hitting small towns in unexpected ways. Data centers. Built by big tech companies like Oracle and Meta to service the AI boom, these massive facilities will house computer servers used to train AI models like ChatGPT.
Data center demonstrations. Dozens show up to protest at a Port Washington Common Council meeting tonight.
This is a $15 billion behemoth built in partnership with Oracle and OpenAI. All this investment in a town of about 13,000 people, 45 minutes north of Milwaukee, must be exciting, right?
It is insane how many people are distraught, can't sleep at night.
And then just think about all the technology that they got and like the means that they have to do whatever they want to do. They can flood out some of these areas. Think about it. Some of these areas are flooding right now as we speak. They can flood out some of these areas, push people out the way. The people gonna have to relocate, take the little whatever stimulus package they go get from their insurance companies, whatever, move and go somewhere else. And then these big companies come and put these AI data centers at these places that they flooded out and took over or whatever. Just think about that. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. That's a possibility though.
These data centers are water guzzlers, and this one is being built right next to Lake Michigan. Studies show a single data center facility uses 3 to 5 million gallons of water per day, the equivalent of an entire town. Research shows that in areas near AI data centers, electricity costs have jumped over 267%. These are passed along to communities through higher electrical bills. The companies say this data center will create thousands of jobs, but that's not what actually happens.
Members of the Port Washington community are really frustrated that they're being ignored.
I don't see anything in it for Port Washington. The jobs aren't going to be given out to Port Washington residents.
The jobs that data centers do create are mostly temporary construction jobs. Permanent jobs are usually in the dozens and not in the thousands.
Everything on 125 feet of both sides of us will be destroyed.
Even worse.
Then they're going to try to say, oh, it's creating jobs. Like they said, the jobs was temporary jobs. Yeah, jobs to build the building up and everything, and then once y'all do that, kick the people to the curb, and you got robots in there, AI robots in there doing everything. This shit getting out of hand. Hey, darling, RoboCop is on the way. They probably already got like RoboCop, Robo soldiers in the military or whatever. But you better believe they got some prototypes. That's what they working on probably right now. That's coming. You see, we got the police drones and all that shit. The police cyber trucks. RoboCop is on the way. That new series I was telling y'all about is called Fallout. They got like some RoboCop type things in there. Like, y'all gotta check it out. You know how they put it in front of our face.
The AI software these data centers support is being used by these exact same billionaires to automate jobs and drive up their already sky-high profits. The question with AI is not whether it's good or bad, but who benefits from it. Right now, it's not the workers, it's not the communities where they're being built, it's the oligarchy.
What kind of compensation possibly can you give me to destroy everything I've loved and lived for?
That shit crazy, y'all. This shit crazy. We in the future. We definitely in the future, man. Excuse me, we in the future, y'all. But only thing I can say is stay positive, man. Take it day by day, man. Just keep that love around, keep that good energy around, and just be prepared for what's to come, because it's a lot of shit on the way, rolling out as we speak. And like, if we don't like it or we think something is bad for the society and everybody or whatever, you know, for the whole world, we should be going against it. But it ain't enough people speaking up against it because, you know, it's being influenced by the followers and the people that's part of this big system. So it make it so tough. But stay on way, man. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win. Somehow. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all, man. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.